Fellow Minecrafters and Hermitcraft fans from all over the world, today I pose one very important question in your general direction. How many diamonds would you be willing to pay for an authentic, 100% genuine Docm77 Trident? It's a very serious question because last episode we thought that 64 diamonds would be enough diamonds to purchase one of these very rare specimens of Tridentian awesomeness. Turns out 64 diamonds was not enough to buy a Docm77 Trident. Now we need to ask ourselves very seriously, why? Why was 64 diamonds not enough to purchase a Docm77 Trident? After all, it is just a Trident. It can't be that difficult to acquire in Minecraft 1.13. Kill for yourselves a couple of drowns in a massive drowned farm, and boom, you get yourself a Trident. Surely not worth the dire price of 64 diamonds. Someone out there might think, well, maybe 32 diamonds is a more reasonable price to pay for a Docm77 Trident. I say nay, my friends. I say 32 diamonds, definitely not enough for a Docm77 Trident. I say 64 diamonds, definitely not enough for a Docm77 Trident. For, my friends, we are not just talking about a Trident. We are talking about a Trident produced through blood, sweat, and tears by the one and only Docm77, one of the biggest legends in YouTube Minecraft history. When we look back on this period of YouTube where Minecraft was a thing on YouTube, there will be some names up there. Number one, the ReNDoG. Number one Minecrafter to ever exist on YouTube. Probably scratch that one from the history books. Number two, Docm77, one of the greatest mechanical redstone Minecraft players of all freaking time. My friends, it's not just a Trident. It is a Trident produced by Docm77. Not only that, it is a Trident produced by a legend on the world's biggest, most awesome, most epic, and most insanely freaking sweet Minecraft survival server, known as the Hermitcraft server. My friends, this is no ordinary Trident. This is a Trident that most Minecraft players out there would give at least half a finger for. 64 diamonds? Definitely not enough diamonds. How about 128 diamonds? Now we're starting to cook with some gas. Aren't we, sheep-face idiot? Get out of the way, man. I'm trying to do some excavation. 128 diamonds? Now we're starting to get to a place where a Docm77 Hermitcraft exclusive Trident, now we're starting to talk like a decent price. You see, my friends, I have been strip mining underneath the Big Logz Inc island, which we, put our flag into last episode, all night long. I think I might have a problem. Does anybody out there have a number for some sort of a gambling support group? I will have that Trident, guys. I will not only have that Trident, I will have the first Docm77 Trident that has ever been produced in Minecraft, and I am willing to do and pay whatever it takes to make that Trident mine. I went to bed at about 4 o'clock in the morning, guys, after doing some pretty serious stripping. Don't tell my mama. And I busted open a new branch mine down here, and I may have gone a little bit over the top. I branch mined for a good solid 4 to 5 hours, and I managed to basically rip out of the ground enough diamonds to, get ourselves that frickin' Trident! It will be mine! Also, I put Fortune 3 onto Pixcalibur to make sure that I got as many diamonds as possible out of the ground. That took me about an hour or so of grinding to do. So all in all, I spent the entirety of half of yesterday making Docm77 rich. There's my face. You can't see me behind this delicious piece of chicken. Hi. Today, we are getting that Trident. Come hell or high frickin' water, No Captain Etho can stop us right now. We jammed 64 diamonds into the pocket of Captain Etho yesterday, making that filthy pirate captain ridiculously rich. And today we're going to make him even more rich. So I ask you, my friends, how much are you willing to pay for a Docm77 Trident? We've already paid 64 diamonds, correct? That's in Captain Etho's pocket right now. He's made a necklace out of those diamonds, and he went to the pirate club last night with a bunch of bling blangs wrapped around his neck, courtesy of the the frickin' diggity dog. Not salty at all. How much are we willing to pay for a Docm77 Trident? How about 2 stacks of diamonds? How about 3 stacks of diamonds? How about 4 stacks of diamonds? I am gonna pay whatever it takes to make that Trident mine. Chicken, get out of the way. They need to see my beautiful face. Hi, ladies. What's going on? Get in line, baby. Get in line, ladies. Oh, hi there. I didn't see you come in. I'm sorry about that. I was just downing a ridiculously strong cup of coffee, considering I've been up till 4 in the morning mining diamonds to make Captain Etho even frickin' richer. Last episode, we added a bunch of Captain Etho's favorite blue rocks into the cargo area of his stupid, ugly pirate ship. It's actually really nice, but not salty at all. Here we are back again at the Trident shop, guys, for another try at getting our hands on a Trident. I'm going to wear this drowned face that we got last episode when we murdered the drown that killed our dog. It's been a very eventful few days on this server. Hasn't it, guys? Oh, man. I hope Captain Etho is feeling a little bit generous today. I'm thinking that with this face, how could he resist? We are now one of the same as the Captain Etho. We're both undead, rotting, floating zombie corpses. You know, I often wonder, guys, what people must think when they ask me what I do for a living in this world. There's often been times when I've been asked, so what do you do? And I say, I play Minecraft. And people say, what? And I say, yes, that's right. I play Minecraft. And Captain Etho clearly doesn't like my face very much right now. Let's get out of range, shall we? But yeah, if someone were to ask me yesterday, for example, what I do for a living, I would say, well, I spent the entire night grinding for diamonds so that I could buy Docm77's Trident. Now, that is a sentence that any normal society would never, ever come across, would they? I mean, what does that even mean? And I do sometimes wonder myself what the freak I'm doing with my life. Hello, Python's house. Hello, Python's donkey. Man, is there a bed over here? We need to sleep. It's a little bit dangerous outside. Jeez. Oh, that is not good. That is definitely not good. Well, this is mildly awkward, my dudes. Looks like the gods of Minecraft are kind of against us getting this Trident right now. It's almost like Captain Etho doesn't like us very much. Maybe because we're wearing the face of his mama or something? I don't know. Maybe Captain Etho sent one of his minions to kill us at our base, and he's recognized one of his friends' faces that we have now slipped over our own head, which is actually kind of disgusting. Stupid frickin' creepers blowing stuff up around here. Wait, there's gunpowder here? Where the freak did that come from? Oh, man. Anyway, I've done a bit of repair work over here. That's my bad. Luckily, it didn't blow up anything important. I think we better get to this before something really bad happens, guys. Oh, man. So, I guess we're going to answer the question. What is a Docm77 Trident worth? That sound freaked me out. I thought it was a creeper. As we know, the way that this shop works, guys, is that Doc has set a price for the Trident, and the only way we'll purchase the Trident is if we match that price or put in more. Last episode, we put in 64 diamonds. Wasn't enough. And, well, there's only 2 Tridents in this shop. That's correct. Once that lamp turns on, there are no more Tridents in here. So if we can manage to buy the Trident today and that lamp stays off, that means we have purchased the very first Docm77 Trident that will ever exist in the world on the Hermitcraft server. And that to me is worth a ridiculous amount. Okay? That to me is worth so much that I'm willing to drop 3 stacks of diamonds into this shop. And I can hear Captain Etho cackling over there. Look how happy he is, man. He knows the booty is about to roll in, baby. The treasure is about to hit his freaking decks like nobody's business, man. 3 stacks of diamonds that I mined out of the ground till 4 o'clock this morning, guys. I am so tired right now. I'm gonna try and buy this Triton. I can't even talk. If we get this thing, I'm going straight to bed. If we don't get this thing, I'm gonna be a very sad panda / dog man face. Let's do it. Oh, jeez! We did it! We got the Trident, dudes! Oh, that's amazing. Okay, so apparently the Trident cost more than 32 diamonds, more than 64 diamonds, and somewhere less than 3 stacks of diamonds. But there it is! The frickin' Trident! The very first Docm77 Trident on the server. The lamp is stayed off, which means there is another Trident left in the shop, which means we got the first one, dudes. We got the first one. I don't know why I'm so happy right now, but this is the best. Wait a minute, did I just throw it away? Oh, jeez. I can't do that. Oh, I've got to pick it up again? Oh, is that how this thing works? Oh, no, jeez. Wait a minute. Wait one doggone minute. We got to get some sort of enchant on this thing, right? To make sure that it comes back to us when we throw it. Oh, man. I don't even know what to say right now, guys. This is the best and the worst day of my entire YouTube life. I'm going to bed. See you guys tomorrow. Now, I know what some of you guys out there are thinking right now. Whoo, doggy, that Trident is awesome, ReNDoG. And I know that some of you ladies are thinking out there, that Trident really brings out your eyes, ReNDoG. You're looking super sexy right now. Well, ladies, get in line. Oh, man. But seriously, guys, I want to have a very quick chat with some of you out there who are kind of taking this whole Trident thing a little bit too seriously. You know, sometimes it kind of sucks that I have to do this, but sometimes it is necessary because, well, it is the next day in real life since the episode about me dropping a stack of diamonds went into the world out there. And, well, poor old Docm77 has received a little bit of a battering from some of you guys out there. Some of you guys have been saying that that wasn't a fair price, that Doc cheated me of my diamonds, that this is unacceptable, that Doc should give my diamonds back, and so on and so on and so on. And it kind of sucks that we have to talk about this right now in the video because it kind of ruins the immersion a little bit, guys. Remember that the Hermitcraft server is #1 about entertainment. And #2 about Minecraft. Yes, we are a bunch of Minecrafters playing on a server together, which means there are some rules and so on when it comes to servers and things. But more importantly, guys, us Hermitcraft players are here to entertain the living jazz out of you guys. And that means creating some stories, creating some quote-unquote drama, creating some things that keep you guys up at night, and sometimes that drama that we create maybe gets taken a little bit too seriously. Now, yes, I paid 4 stacks of diamonds for this Trident. On any normal Minecraft server, that would be outrageous, and it would not be acceptable. But guys, I wouldn't pay that amount of diamonds for something on the server if I didn't think it was justified. And Doc and I, believe it or not, are actually kind of good buddies, man. In real life, we know each other very well. We've made many series together. We spent a lot of time together in real life. And, you know, Doc has been spending many hours figuring out how to make a drowned farm, how to farm tridents, coming up with new awesome stuff in Minecraft 1.13. He hasn't had time to get diamonds. And, man, I'm totally, like, happy as Doc's mate to help him out a little bit, give him a whole bunch of diamonds early on in the game so he can get some armor going on. You know, he's a vagabond. He's wandering around. He doesn't have a base of operations. He doesn't have any mining systems going on. And me giving him a whole bunch of diamonds is going to help him out. And, you know, Doc is a friend of mine, and I'm happy to help the guy out, man. So all of this stuff about Doc being horrible and overcharging me with diamonds, guys, try to remember sometimes that what we're doing over here on Hermitcraft, it's a show, okay? We do a lot of show stuff here on the server for you guys. We try and make storylines and stuff that keep you guys interested. And yeah, like I said, it kind of sucks that we have to mention it because it kind of raises the curtain, so to speak. But when I see some of the really vicious things that people are saying in Doc's comment sections and on Twitter, it kind of saddens me a little bit, guys, because everything we do here on the server is on good fun, and nothing on this server gets done if it's gonna, you know, upset somebody or cause like real drama, right? It's all, you know, everything on the server is done for an entertainment purpose. And like I said, I'm totally happy to hand over 4 stacks of diamonds to Doc. Not only, you know, is it awesome because I'm helping him a mate out here on the server, but guys, in my opinion, the Trident is kind of worth a lot to me. You know, when it comes to these sort of things, it's all about what you value something at, right? Like, what kind of value do you put something on? And I think I was talking about that at the beginning of the episode here. For me, if I were to play normal Minecraft, the chances of me getting a Trident are probably extremely slim. I'm not going to make a drowned farm. I died to a drowned last episode that destroyed me and killed my dog. I mean, let's be honest, guys. I'm not going to get a Trident. So to be able to buy a Trident for me is actually really sweet. I'm very happy to get it. On top of that, like I said earlier, I was kind of joking around and stuff, but really it is the very first Trident that has been sold on the world's biggest Minecraft survival server. And I think that, to me, there's value to that, you know. Before I was a hermit, I was a fan of Hermitcraft. So being able to be involved in this server and being able to be a part, you know, make a little bit of history, so to speak, on the Hermitcraft server, being the first hermit ever to buy a Trident on the server, to me, that is valuable. To me, that means something. To me, personally, it might not mean anything to you guys, but to me, that really does have value. And man, you know, 4 stacks of diamonds is kind of cheap. If you ask me, it only took me about 4 hours or so to grind that out of the ground. In the greater scheme of things, 4 hours ain't nothing, man. 4 hours ain't nothing. And you know what? Every hour that I spent down there, I really enjoyed, because guess what? Believe it or not, I really love playing Minecraft, even if it is just grinding for diamonds. And now I have a Trident. And I'm super stoked, dudes. I'm super stoked. So let's cancel out the hate for the Doc, guys. Let's flip that upside down. Go give Doc a little bit of love, okay? The ReNDoG army, let's go show Doc a little bit of love on Twitter, all over his comment section, and let's show Doc actually that, man, you know, what he did was actually sweet, man, and he's managed to provide all of us with some really entertaining storylines and content and stuff for this week. So, you know, I'm very happy to be a part of it, and yeah, Doc, I love you, my brother. Thanks for the Triton. It's freaking awesome. Right, now that we've got all that silliness out the way, guys, let's re-immerse ourselves into the wonderful world of the Hermitcraft Season 6 server. Here we are on Big Logz Incorporated Island. And man, am I excited about this place, guys. I have decided to turn this island into an industrial powerhouse of the Hermitcraft 6 server. Since we were last together, I've been doing a bunch of grinding out here. I've set up a bunch of furnaces, and I've been collecting all of this kelp to turn into dried kelp to eventually populate all of these furnaces with dried kelp blocks. Kind of like a self-sustaining fuel source, which is really sweet. We also get a bunch of experience from this too, which is the primary reason why I'm doing this. I'm trying to get up to 30 levels, guys, because we're going to need a little bit of silk touch for the next part of today's episode. We're going to be turning Big Logz Island into, Big Logz Incorporated Island, should I say, into a tree farm. Right, so up here, I've got a little bit of a layout going for the kind of tree farm that I want to grow out here. And I'm going to try and make this thing as simple and efficient as possible. Here's how I kind of want this thing to work. I want to have a water source that is going to be pushing all of the logs and the trees and the saplings and the leaves that we mine from the farm into some sort of a canal, right, into an item aqueduct that will then store all of the stuff automatically for us in a chest somewhere. And I want to have 2 sections to this. I want to have like a really long section here where we can sort of plant a bunch of trees in a row and cut them down nice and easily, and then a smaller section over here for the more awkward tree types like acacia and stuff like that. But all of the trees eventually will end up in these canals, and there's a freaking sheep down there, man, and all the stuff will eventually end up in some sort of storage facility over there. Now, before we can get any of this done, though, we need some packed ice in order to move all of these goods over here. So I've been working on a secondary pickaxe. We've got unbreaking efficiency 3 on this bad boy already. I'd like like to get some silk touch today, if possible. If worse comes to worse, we're going to have to go over to Iskal's side of the island, or Iskal's side of the server, rather, and hopefully borrow a little bit of packed ice from him, or at least, take a little bit of packed ice from him. But yeah, pretty much, it's going to be very, very simple. We're just going to have sort of water sources like this, flushing all of the logs that we cut over the edge into an item aqueduct over here, which is pretty sweet. I've also planted a ridiculous amount of sugarcane all the way around the circumference of the Big Logz Incorporated island. And now that we have access to the trade hall, we need all the paper that we can get right now, right? So we can get a bunch of emeralds and get a bunch more mending books and whatnot. So harvesting a bunch of paper out here, very good. And we're kind of in the middle of nowhere, which is great. The island's been flattened, it's been cleared of all the trees. It really has been industrialized, hasn't it? It went from a pristine, beautiful Galapagos island into a super disgusting, industrialized, modern beast of log and frickin' sugarcane production. Oh, so awesome. Anyway, let's get ourselves some silk touch. Our mad Cyberdog's almost just face palmed my entire face off of my face. As I ended the last segment, I realized that I could just go get a silk touch book from iTrade instead of spending all this time getting levels to try get one myself. Luckily for my face, however, iTrade has no silk touch books available for trade just yet. So we're going to have to try make one ourselves. And on the way, I've stumbled across this very nice little build over here. This is a medieval cottage, which I think iJevin made. Looking very nice, right? Starting to fit into the style of the medieval district real good. Fits in really nicely with the Stacks for Stacks tavern. And it looks like iJevin made a little bit of a path here too, all the way to the tavern, which is really cool. Man, I'm loving how this area is turning out. So freaking sweet, man. Anyway, we are on our way to the Enchantorino, Bumbo Enchantoni facility. Shall we quickly check on profits? Have we managed to make any more diamonds? Ooh, 2 more diamonds in the belly. Very good. All right, so we still got 17 diamonds to work with here, guys. Not too bad. We're not that poor. We were very rich a moment ago, but we got 17 diamonds. That's all good. And we could hopefully enchant for ourselves a nice little bit of silk touch today. We're probably going to have to do this with books, though, to try and maximize the chances of us getting silk touch over here, right? So let's just get our resources down over here. We'll make ourselves a couple of books, and I guess make for ourselves some swords and stuff to reset the enchanting table. I guess we've got like one chance here to get a silk touch diamond pickaxe. So let's make for ourselves another pickaxe over here and see if we can get really, really lucky with the silk touch. Efficiency 4 on that bad boy at level 30. Very, very, very intriguing. Shall we risk it? I mean, we've had pretty bad luck with Lady Luck so far, right, guys? Maybe our luck is going to change right now with a yet another gamble. It's only going to take up 3 of our experience, but it's probably worth having a go at. Efficiency 4. Let's do it. Do we get silk touch on this baby? Come on! Alright, so just an efficiency 4. Not too shabby, though. I'll take it. We could add the efficiency 4 to our Unbreaking 3 pickaxe here. So that's not the end of the freaking world. By the way, we're going to have to try and figure out some really cool enchants for our beautiful trident over here, aren't we, man? We're going to have to figure out some really, really cool enchantments to put on it. I have to do more research into the trident. I have no idea how it works. I don't know what enchantments to put on it. I guess we can dedicate an entire episode to trident enchanting. Try and make this trident as awesome as possible, right? Anyway, let's begin the process of resetting the enchanting table until we can get a silk touch book. Hopefully. We got 27 attempts at this, so hopefully we'll get lucky here. Oh yes, that's the stuff. Silk touch, guys. We need level 30 to do this, though. But I've been a little bit sneaky here with the enchanting table, guys. I've been resetting the enchanting table with wooden pickaxes. And the last reset that I did give us silk touch on it. So if you want to, like, improve the chances to get silk touch in the enchanting table for a pickaxe, use a wooden pickaxe to do so, right? Because I think the enchants will stay exactly the same for a wooden pickaxe as it does for any other type of pickaxe. So just a nice little hint there to maximize the use of the enchanting table. Unfortunately, we're going to need 30 levels for this, so I guess I'm off to the skelly grinder for a while. So I picked up 1 or 2 levels from the skeleton farm, guys, when I suddenly realized that I am indeed a professional Minecrafter, and there's a much better way to get levels in this game. It's called quartz. Of course, along with that comes some high risk, high reward action in the shape of that disgusting beast over there known as a ghast. Get wrecked, though. Nice. Anyway, I've got about 5 levels or so to go here in the nether, guys. And of course, one of the quickest ways to get levels in this game is to jam some quartz out of the ground in the nether. And also, obviously, being able to be a professional Minecrafter like ReNDoG and pop the living jazz out of any ghast that tries to kill you. So, yeah, good stuff. Did we get a ghast here? That's the real question. Let's have a look. Come on, baby. There, the XP balls. There's the ghast here. Nice. 31 levels in the belly, baby. That's what I'm talking about. About 20 minutes in the nether, guys, has netted for us enough levels for a silk touch diamond pickaxe, as well as a bunch of nether quartz and a ghast tier. So not a bad run, I must say. And I didn't die, so that's also a miracle. Shall we get ourselves some silk touch action up in here? Oh, bam! Hopefully we got more than silk touch. Let's have a look. Silk touch unbreaking 3, efficiency 4. Oh my goodness, that is absolutely insane, guys. What an amazing pickaxe we just got for ourselves here, right? All we need to do is slam on some mending on this bad boy now, and this is going to be basically the perfect pickaxe for us. Let's crank it up to efficiency 5, however, and of course, in true Hermitcraft fashion, let's call this bad boy Silkworm Jim the First, because that's usually the name of our Silk Touch pickaxe in Hermitcraft. At least Lady Luck is with us in the enchanting room, am I right? My dudes, I just realized something pretty freaking sweet, baby. We are almost reunited with all of our Hermitcraft tools over here. We got Silkworm Jim, we got Pixcalibur. All we need now is Fang the sword and Rambo the bow, and then we will have the full suite of Hermitcraft tools available to us. Also, we had a shovel, right? I can't remember the Hermitcraft name for our shovel, though. Does anybody out there know? Can you hit me up in the comments? Anyway, here we are, guys, on the very shores of Hermitcraft Island over here. You know what? Let me just get a screenshot of the coords over here. I want to show you guys where we are on the map. And we are out here to get a little bit of packed ice. Now, there's something interesting about packed ice in Minecraft 1.13. By the way, this is the biome in which Stress Monster and Iskall live. They live in this beautiful icebergs biome, which is a new biome in 1.13. But interestingly enough, there's also a new block type here in this particular biome. You might be able to see it all the way over there in the distance. Minecraft 1.13 brings us kind of like a super packed ice version of packed ice. So most of you will know this, but some of you guys might be new to Minecraft, so I'll quickly explain. The reason that we're trying to get some ice out here is because items move very quickly on top of ice. So when you're trying to make some sort of an item aqueduct to move items, you want to be doing it on this stuff over here. Take a look at this. I'm going to chuck a piece of chicken on the ice, and you can see that it flows all the way in that direction, right? And this is how we're going to be collecting all of the logs and stuff back at the Big Logz Inc island. Now in 1.13 we get a new block, which is pretty exciting, and you can get them from these iceberg biomes, and this is like double packed ice. I don't exactly know what it's called. Let's get Silkworm Jim out and have a look. This is called blue ice. Yes, blue ice. And I believe items move even quicker on blue ice than they do on packed ice. So before 1.13 we would use packed ice to transport items, but now we're going to use this blue ice stuff, and I don't know how much faster it is, but let's have a look. Boom. It looks to be about the same speed, I guess, but I do know, I don't know if it's still the case, but I remember from the patch notes or whatever at some point that items do move quicker on this blue ice stuff. Now, we're not going to use too much of this stuff. I don't want to destroy this beautiful biome that Stress and Iskall are living in, so I'm just going to try and terraform this iceberg a little bit. Just make it look like no one's been out here, you know, just try to keep it a little bit more natural looking, and that's probably all the blue ice that we need. Yeah, 17 blocks of blue ice will be more than enough for us, man. Very nice. So, Silk Touch acquired, blue ice in the belly. Finally, we can start doing some freaking logification up in here, baby. Now we starting to cook with some gas out here, my dudes. Big Logz Inc Island starting to look extremely industrialized, and I probably spent way too much time making the place look a little bit better than it was before. I'm one of those Minecrafters that just can't stand making farms out of cobblestone and stuff. Everything I make, I gotta try and make look pretty good, and that generally means I end up wasting a bunch of time, and it's one of the reasons it takes me so long to make episodes. But anyway, this place is looking absolutely sweet, man. We're about ready to crank some water into this sucker. I've also realized something. I haven't really explained to you guys exactly how this farm works, have I? I've been talking about tridents and stuff all episode. Let me try and break it down for you. This is going to be very, very simple. Let's get ourselves a bit of dirt in the inventory over here too. What we're going to have here is basically like growing platforms running down the very center of this giant like area here, right? So we're basically going to have these platforms of dirt like this that are going to run all the way to the end like this, and we'll also have some platforms of dirt on this side too. We want to make sure that there's 2 blocks of space on each side of those dirt platforms, so all of the logs and saplings and stuff that fall from the trees that we're going to be growing on top of these platforms will land in the sort of collection area below, right? We don't want any of those saplings to sort of land outside of the space. Or we'll lose a couple here and there, but that's fine. We don't want to, you know, we're just trying to maximize the gain out of our farm. So we're going to be growing the trees on top of these dirt platforms, and below the dirt platforms, we're going to be collecting all of the logs that we don't collect ourselves in our inventory in these water sources like this, right? These water sources are going to be running underneath these dirt platforms here, and anything that gets taken or anything that drops out of those trees is going to be collected in this aqueduct down here. And here's the reason why we went to get a little bit of that blue ice, because we're going to be adding a few item aqueducts here into the farm. Let's just make sure we have enough water to get this done. And I'll show you guys exactly what I'm thinking about over here. And it's actually going to be kind of cool. I've made a couple of tree farms in my time. There's obviously like automated ones that Il Mango makes, and I think Mumbo made an automated tree farm last season, and Azuma made an automated tree farm in season 4. But, you know, ReNDoG it dog. I don't got them redstone skills, man. I'm gonna do this manual styles. So check it out, guys. We're going to add a couple of water sources over here in the aqueduct, and this is the spot that we're going to need to add our blue ice, right? So we're going to add a bit of blue ice over there, which of course isn't going to melt in the sun, which is nice and handy. And then the next water source is going to go on the other side of the sign. Now that blue ice, for those of you guys who don't know how this works, is going to act as a sort of conduit between the 2 different water sources here. So let's throw a sign. You'll see that the sign will zoom across that blue ice and then enter the next water source, right? And if we have a look over here, you can see that sometimes if you don't use blue ice, the block that you're trying to transport will get stuck on this block here after the water source. So the blue ice is super important to be able to transport your items in an aqueduct like this, right? So we're going to be transporting all of those logs and saplings and apples and leaves and everything that we're going to be getting out of our trees all the way in this direction, and we'll have some sort of a collection mechanism at the end here. I'm not entirely sure how we're going to do this. I think I might add a bubble elevator here to send all of the stuff upwards, and maybe we'll store everything upstairs. I thought I saw a creeper around the corner here. I think it was just a little bit of grass or something. But yeah, that is basically how the farm is going to work. We still have a little bit of work to do to get this thing up and running. I need to get all the dirt platforms installed, get all of these water aqueducts and whatnot running. And of course, we've got a little bit of an interesting one over here because we'll need to cover up this aqueduct over here, right? Jeez, Mumbo shouting at someone like nobody's business over there. But of course, we do need to have some space under here so that anything we harvest on this side will actually end up in the final aqueduct over there. Yeah, so that's it, guys. We want to be able to basically create a farm here where we can just plant all the trees that we need and then just go around and around in a loop, cutting down the trees and collecting all of the logs and all of the stuff that we need for the Logz Incorporated shop. And yeah, it should turn out pretty good. I have no idea why this is so satisfying, guys, but I just love watching these items zoom over this blue ice over here. It's so freaking sweet, man. I'm just finishing off the final little bit of aqueduct work here. This is the weird aqueduct that I have to try and get working that runs underneath the main channel here. And I think we have now fixed it completely. I've just been testing to make sure that the items will actually flow over these 3 blocks of blue ice, and it looks like that is going to be the case. So I can now cover up this aqueduct with the stairs over here and get the whole thing up and running again. And yeah, the factory is almost ready to be opened here, guys. It's actually kind of exciting. I'm very curious to see whether this farm is going to be efficient or not. This is a 100% ReNDoG design farm. I haven't got this design from anything on the internet. I'm sure there's farms like this that exist, but I kind of came up with this one on my own, so I'm kind of excited to see how it's going to work. It should be as efficient as a manual log chopping farm can be, I think. There might be a few losses here and there, but as far as collecting most of the logs that you get, probably 99% of the logs that you get, we should be gravy for that. And I've added a couple of platforms here too, right? So the idea is, shall we get ourselves a couple of saplings over here? We we've got all of the tree types here now too, which is awesome. We've got acacia and jungle wood and whatnot, but let's just go with some spruce to start with, right? So the idea would be that maybe running down the central one over here, we feel like chopping down a whole bunch of giant spruce trees, right? So we could just plant a bunch of giant spruce trees next to each other like this. Actually, we probably want to do it on the other side like this, right? So we plant the spruce trees on this side and bone meal them, of course. And then what we can do is sort of cut those spruce trees down. And then when we get over here, we could cross over to the next part over here where maybe we are growing like birch trees or something in a line like this. Or maybe we're growing birch trees in an alternate pattern to maximize getting saplings like so, right? Then we can cut all those down. Then we can jump over to the next platform, get some oak or something. I don't know. That's kind of how I see the factory working in my brain. And then, of course, all the logs and stuff that we chop down will be collected by these water streams, and we'll collect them downstairs in some sort of collection mechanism. But yeah, that's the tree farm, guys. All of the water is now installed. Looking pretty sweet, man. I'm loving it, man. All the aqueducts are in now too, and we should see all of those saplings cruising through. Let's actually just test this, right? So if we drop a sapling in there, it should end up at the end of that canal. Then let's drop a sapling in here and in this one here too. So we should see 3 spruce saplings at the very end of this line eventually. Hopefully those saplings... Oh, hang on. That one got slightly caught up there. That's interesting. Although it does still seem to be moving a little bit with that blue ice. Oh, man, blue ice is so good. Because, of course, if a sapling does land up on the ice like that, right, usually before blue ice it would get stuck in that position, but it looks like now that blue ice is actually going to keep the momentum of that item going, which is super exciting. So we should have a bunch of saplings at the end here. Yeah, there we go. That looks like all the saplings that we shoved into the system have been ejected correctly. Yes, very good. Oh, this is awesome, guys. This is awesome. Big Logz Incorporated, one step away from getting some business going in the shopping district. We're going to need to set up our store there too at some point too, right? So still quite a lot of work to do on this particular project. But guys, I think that's going to do it from me today. Super happy about the Trident that we've got here, man. Absolutely amazing. And I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys have to say about my tree farm over here. Definitely the best tree farm I've ever made. For those of you guys who've watched me for a long time, I think it's going to be nice and efficient for us log cutters out here, man. Thank you guys so much for watching. Listen, guys, if you enjoyed the episode, please do hit that like button to show me the love, man. Hitting that like button is super important, not only for me, because it shows me that you guys are loving the video, but it also shows YouTube that this video is worth sharing with other people. So I will very much appreciate it if you hit that button if you enjoyed the episode. Of course, don't forget to hit the subscribe button too, guys, if you want to keep up with this series. And don't forget to jangle the notification bell so that YouTube will tell you when a new episode comes out. That's it from me, guys, and the super industrialized Big Logz Incorporated Island. We'll smell you all in the next episode. And it's time to start making some diamonds back on the server, baby. It's going to be freaking awesome. Bye, everybody!